Yo, 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 yo. Man, choices. You know, in life, we make choices. In life, we have to deal with the outcome of our choices. And sometimes those choices ain't what we really planned on them being, or wanted them to be, or needed them to be. So it's really important to just carefully analyze those type things and those type moments, because they greatly affect you. So definitely want to touch into, you can make choices on your own and how to control your future. So you don't always need to have yourself in situations that is going to cause you to need others. And I say that because a lot of times we are. So I was just thinking about a few things, and you know, a lot of times we put ourselves in situations where we feel like we need others to make these choices that in reality you're living with the consequences. So we definitely have to make more choices in a manner that we're going to deal with the consequences. Like, I know sometimes I talk to people, and these people I talk to, I wouldn't say they ask me for advice, but we talk about different options in the activities they're doing. And no, I'm having some door difficulties. Hold up. I don't know. Okay. So during this conversation, if you hear some dinging, okay, having some door issues. I had this problem probably like a year and a half ago. My door sign on my truck constantly said door open. If I hit a big hump, the sign would come on or the sign would go off. And you know, I'd be rolling in this big truck. But back to what I was saying, like, I talk to people about their situation and what they're going through, but when I talk to them, I'm talking to them in a manner that's like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. We're talking about it, but it has nothing to do with me. So as I'm giving you information and reciting what you're saying, I ain't got nothing to do with the outcome. So definitely want to take that into consideration when you're communicating with people. Now, let's say you and your significant other, you two are having a conversation about something, and you guys are together and going to be together. Now, that's something that you are going through something with somebody, and that outcome is going to affect both you guys. So it's in your best interest to have this individual's input and communicate with them in a manner that's like, hey, we got to figure this out together, because this outcome is going to, you know, affect both of us, you know. And a lot of times we attempt to control our future, and it's real challenging trying to control your future, because if you think about it, your future is the belief of an existence that's not current and not present. So when you are going through these situations and you're like, I'm going to control my future. No, you can't really control it. You can put yourself in a situation where you have desired outcomes. Yes, that's a better way to communicate and a better way to say these things. But to jump in these situations and say, hey, I'm going to control my future. No, that's definitely impossible, you know. And when you're making choices on your own, this is what happens when you try to bring people along the journey. You know, like for me, for example, I was talking to my coworker today, and I was expressing to her, like, you're going through some major life changes. You need to have somebody in your corner that's not your significant other through the process, because you have a track record of when things is not good in your relationship, you run away, which is nothing wrong with that, but you need something on the outside that's keeping you balanced throughout the whole procedure. Because when you do things like that, you feel like me against the world, and you also go through this fight or flight thing where you're making choices on your own. So it's really important to keep your network moving forward, even if you're not making desired decisions. You know, you have a desire to live a certain way, you have a desire to encounter certain things, but you may not achieve those. But you want to make sure that when you're doing these things, you have the right unit around you when you're doing these things, because it prevents you from feeling like I want to control my future, because it's almost impossible to control your future, you know. So that's what I think we should definitely focus more by energy on. So when you are communicating and doing things, you want to prevent yourself from making choices on your own, because majority of the time that you're doing these things, they affect others. So, like, for an example, I talk to my mom all the time about this. I'm like, Mom, don't call me when your light's off. Call me when the bill come out and you may not have the money. I'd rather me go out of my pocket now to prevent you from having something that you need. You know, like years ago, my mom, when I was overseas, she didn't have insurance for her insulin, and she didn't have finances to get her insulin. She needed her insulin to live. So she was writing, I'm not gonna say writing bad checks, but she had wrote a check to my auntie that balanced, and my auntie didn't really know how to have that conversation with my mother, and it made me more mad, because I'm like, why is my auntie having to have this conversation with my mother? And everything started to make more sense over time. You know, my mom is prideful. My mom don't want any problems. So by my mom not wanting any problems, she's not going to confront people that's going to help her, because she's one of those people, like, if you go out your way for her, she feels guilty going out your way. You know, she has to go out her way for you when she may not want to. And, you know, we had like long talks about that, like, hey, Mom, we don't need each other, but we definitely can ask each other for help and just not taking advantage. So if you feel like you need something, I need for you to be able to ask me and have a conversation with me, or just tell me you need something, and we don't have to talk anymore about it. And this was, oh wow, maybe like maybe 6 years ago. And ever since then, me and her have really been on a good path. You know, she's called me, you know, just blankly said what she needed. And I've also, like, hey, Mom, I'm about to go on vacation in a month. You need some now? You need something? All right. Do you need something? Because I'm about to go on vacation. And when I go on vacation, it's not going to be any, hey, I need something. You know, it's, hey, right now, ask for it now. Don't ask for it later. Or, you know, if I come up on a big sum of money, I'm like, hey, Ma, you need something now? Because it may not be around later. And then she may say, well, I may need something later. I'll let you know. And I'm like, no. Let me take care of it now. It used to be simple stuff like I used to go pay her phone bill. And me paying her phone bill was a way of, this phone is not a necessity. So I'm taking care of something that's not a necessity. So you should be able to take care of your necessities. And when you start establishing relationships with close family members, it's so much easier with the rest of the world. You know, so you're going to treat your people how you treat your family. And that's what I learned, you know. So definitely want to keep that in consideration. All right. Peace out, holla.